All right, so this is part 3 of my trail walk through the Kinsmen trail system that goes through North Bay here. So Chippewa Street is actually just over here, 1 block, and then this trail starts through this park here. So we are gonna continue on through this park, and we got a couple inches of snow overnight, and now it is plus 2 degrees on November 12th here. And again, it's starting to all melt. So again, this is all new territory to me because I just started doing this since I do YouTube and showing you people how beautiful North Bay can be. So yeah, so this is part of the bike path that continues on. So to get to this part, you have to take all streets, and it's over about probably 3 blocks away from where I continued after Chippewa High School. Yeah, so this is the Chippewa Creek in here again. And lots of water in the creek here. Actually, it looks like there's a pumpkin over there. And then this is the back of Memorial Gardens, and they've actually called it Boat Long Ear now. Yeah, fair bit of water in this creek. But we'll take a little walk over here. We got a nice play area for kids in here. Again, the leaves are still on that tree. You can still see the beautiful grass. This is actually the first snowfall that we had really any accumulation. Everything looks a little spooky at this time of year. And these big old trees. Beautiful little park area in here also. And it looks like there's somebody playing over there in the park. I didn't realize there was a big baseball diamond back in here. But that is pretty cool. And a park bench. Beautiful little sitting area. And again, right along the Chippewa Creek here. A little bit of the waterfalls in there. Pretty cool. Yeah, so this is a big toboggan hill that North Bay has. Doesn't look like anybody's been on it since we only got snow overnight. And if you were to go sliding on that, I'm pretty sure you'd get pretty wet real quick. And the creek runs straight down in here. Very beautiful with all the new snow that we have on the ground. Love this time of year. Makes everything so white and refreshing, I call it. And another little bridge here. And again, this is the creek. I do believe it goes under the highway over there. So this is Highway 11, heading north and south, and it's pretty busy. It's actually 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, so this is actually the end of the bike path, and it comes out onto Fisher Street here. And what I've been doing, looking at the map here, and so really, it's not really a bike path anymore because it turns into, you have to go on the streets. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to restart this video when I get back over to the, where it starts over after down the street in Fisher here. So stay tuned. Yeah, so now this bike path, again, it follows this residential street in here. It looks like an empty lot. And residential houses in here. So, talks about the monarch butterfly species concerned. So, we are now right there on the path. And it doesn't show the rest of it, but we'll call the this part the Echo Path Chippewa Creek. So, and it does show like there's Benny the Barbutt is in there also. So like I was saying earlier, there are They call them bar butts, but I call them suckers. And so this is just crossing Chippewa Street here also. And I'll look down Chippewa Street. And again, this nice, beautiful bike path. Really good and wide. Lots of big trees. This oak tree still has lots of its leaves on it. And again, all this brown water in this creek. I definitely wouldn't eat the fish out of this creek, but I'll say this is one of the biggest oak trees that I've seen here. It is absolutely huge, probably a good 60 feet high, and I would say 60 feet wide almost. Huge tree. Yeah. Yeah, so this Chippewa Creek goes in and out the residential area of North Bay a fair bit. And here comes another eco park. Eco Chippewa Creek path, we'll call it. We'll see. I think it pretty well states the same thing that the other one says. Yeah, pretty well the same thing. Yeah, so a beautiful area in here. And again, it's not too bad of a day going for a walk because it is about 2 degrees out. A nice bush area in here. I really do like the experience of walking YouTube, I should say. And this is one of the biggest trees in North Bay here. I've actually walked by it a few times, but I was buffering a lot. So this is called a cottonwood tree in here. And you get a really good look at it from this side. It's absolutely huge, this tree. And again, for the size of that tree, it's probably, I'm guessing, almost 200 years old. All right, now this is kind of interesting. Coming out on this other street here, and it doesn't look like the path continues very far. But we'll walk out onto Fisher Street here. It does look like it continues over here. I do see a bike path sign. And North Bay Food Bank. And to look up the Fisher here. Yeah, so I guess we're going to cross the street and check out this park right in here, so stay tuned. All right, we're on the other side of Fisher Street here now. So this is still, again, part of the Kinsmen Trail that goes through the North Bay. And this is Fisher Street. And again, another beautiful little park in here also.
A great hill we came down, great for tobogganing and cricket. Yeah, and there's a cricket.
So, Saturn rest area. Fun and all a little out of the ordinary. So this looks like a really interesting design here. Beautiful. Wow. That is some artistic. All right. It's actually a lot better day for a walk than I thought it would be. Because when I started off, it was kind of like a freezing rain. Well, again, another nice bridge over this Chippewa Creek. And again, these big trees overhanging. Just such a beautiful scene. And a few birds nest up in the trees here. Yeah, so there's a lot of water going down this creek, right through North Bay. And all these beautiful trees in here. And again, trees like these are big oak leaves on these trees that still don't fall off the tree very easily. So again, these are a whole bunch of little oak trees in here. Hopefully they don't let them grow too close together because they will crowd each other all in there. And another eco path, Chippewa Creek sign. And so we have made it to here already. And what I think we'll do is we'll go a little bit past this park, and that may be the end of my video, and we'll continue on with part 4 at a later date. Again, there's another big tree over there still holding on to its leaves, being almost the middle of November. That's pretty good, and I don't even think it's an oak tree. Might be a maple tree. But I like the way they make this path kind of winding through around these trees. Kind of a gloomy sky today. We've been pretty lucky. We've had kind of partly cloudy days for the last 3 days and up until today. You can kind of hear the Chippewa Creek going in there. And a little bit of rapids. And you can see out onto Fisher Street here. And this beautiful path here. And right at the end of the street, a big turnaround. Yeah, so again, North Bay has put a lot into this park in here. I've been through here before, about 3 times. And it's kind of good showing this park in at this time of year. A lot more beautiful with the snow on it, in it, all around it. Yeah, again, so they have this really nice area in here with these beautiful flowers, which are a lot better in the summertime, not in the middle of November. But they have this beautiful shape in here. And I'll tell you, a lot of work went into this, making it look like a turtle here. But I think this is absolutely beautiful in here. It's kind of like a band shell. I'm gonna get a really close-up look at this. Wow, very interesting. Take a walk right up to the head here. And it kind of does look like a turtle. I'm gonna take a look at it from this way. Definitely looks like a turtle. All right, so let's keep going in here. Alrighty, we'll take a walk over this bridge here. It's a pretty thin bridge. It's actually a steel bridge. And again, the water is coming down in here pretty quick. We've had quite a bit of precipitation over the last, I guess, 2 weeks in here. So, again, this bike path leads out onto the street there, which again is accessible for quite a few areas. Again, there's so many park benches in here. Really do like adventuring around. We'll call it exploring. A great seating area in here. So this is one of the main streets heading downtown. It's called Regina Street. And you can see how the city actually plowed the sidewalk around in here. Yeah, so there's a bike path. We'll call it a multi-use path. Goes along in through here. And actually there's a little spot here with doggy bags. And I'll tell you, I forget my doggy bag quite a bit. And that's sponsored from Lisa's Doghouse, which is really a really good store, pet store here in North Bay. So again, a lot more seating area in here too. Wow, this is very interesting. And somebody's done some graffiti on this, so it talks about the flooding of the creek. You see a picture on how much it's right up on the sidewalk there. And again, the creek is right in here. You can't see it very well. It's kind of treed in. So now the bike path takes actually two different ways here. Now this is pretty interesting. And I know this goes out onto the street, but we'll continue on down in here to see where this goes. I'd like to say this is a man-made hill, but it's not. You could tell it's all put together by man. It really does look fake. Look how they make it look like fossil rock, but not even close. Yeah, so more of the Chippewa Creek. So this bike path is actually heading to places where I don't know. I'm just trying to get my bearings on where I am in here. But it does look like another beautiful area. All right, so there's a sign here. Hopefully we can get our bearings out of this sign, but I don't think so. Let's see where we are here. It shows that we're here. Storm runoff. Alrighty, everyone. I'm going to call this the end of part 3 series of the Kinsmen Trail. And hopefully when you get a little bit more snow or when the weather's better, I'll do a part 4. And it'll be a continuation on walking down this way. And again, which I've never been this way before. So again, hopefully you liked it, and stay tuned for the next one, everybody. Part 4 coming up soon. So cheers, my friend.